Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. I'm here today to bring a review for Shaman King episode 17. And now we start things off with a flashback just so we can see how Ryu went from zero, which is a normal everyday person, to someone who can now pass the first round of the Shaman King tournament. So we see him ask Yo's grandfather, yo, can you train me? He is first. Yo's grandfather is reluctant. We see how he decides on having Tokagero and to be his guardian ghost, and how their relationship started to form. And we see the training. We see Yo's grandfather eventually coming around to training Ryu. We see just exactly the training that he had to go through. We find out why exactly Ryu had to go through this particular training, because we find out that Yo's grandfather was being particularly harsh on Ryu. And I'm not Ryu's grandfather, Yo's grandfather basically said, I know Ryu's going to be hanging on Yo's destiny's mixed in with Zeki's, not Tao's, Zeki's destiny, so therefore I gotta be hard on him. If we can't hack it, then he just wasn't supposed to be a shaman. And we know what happened. Like, did we see the fights in the 2021 version? But we know, regardless if we saw them or not, we know that Ryu was able to pass the first round of the Shaman King tournaments, and obviously he's still ongoing. And I love this for the episode simply because it is way more than we get within the original 2021 version. I know previously I said I had my qualms with just exactly when being told all of this now within the 2021 version, because it's within the original running we knew that Ryu was training under Yo's dad, so it was more believable at this point in the original running. And I think it's because I'm now older, I'm starting to see the whole thing with Ryu a bit differently. I still feel like for both the original, think about it now, I still feel like for the original and the 2021 version, there's only one way to look at Ryu and his shaman potential. He's a genius. There's no way you can't consider Ryu a genius. His potential is just it's genius level, and that's the only way I can see it now. Because the way I see it, yeah, you got Ryu, who recently decides, all right, cool, I want to be a shaman. So he goes and trains. I don't know how long it is. I'm gonna say weeks to a month. Weeks to a month. Trains for weeks to a month, and he is able to get himself to a level where people who have been training years have got to. People have been training years of their life to enter the Shaman tournament and not even get past round one. Where we have Ryu, who's been training for weeks to a month. Yes, it's definitely not years. It's definitely not years. And he is able to get through the first round. Now I can't remember, you gotta have 3 matches. I can't remember, if you had 2 wins, if you had the win and the loss, whatever. But he is able to get past the first round. Is that not genius? Is that not genius level? It has to be. You can't see it as anything else. So I'm in the camp that Ryu's a genius. Ryu's a genius. Otherwise, everyone else is weak. You get me? That's the way I see it now. So we start off with the episode, and then after that, as we start off with that flashback, and then after that flashback, we go back to real time, where Ryu delivers the final blow to the vampire that they were fighting. And now I remember saying last week that I have a problem with Team Yo individually or as a group being anybody within Zeke's party. That stance pretty much still stands, but I would rather a group defeat over a solo defeat, and that's what we get. I'm not happy about it regardless of that. And what kind of pees me off, not really, but it just makes me think, why bother, is that we got this whole backstory trying to building up this character, because it does build on this character obviously, only to kill him off in this episode seconds later. And it's kind of odd to me as well, because he was granted he wasn't killed, but we have another member of Zeke's party easily defeated, just as easily defeated within this episode, but no backstory. Now, granted, that could be to come, but I just feel like if the people on Zeke's team are gonna get bodied, don't give them a backstory. It's not needed. It's not needed. Also, I'm kind of disappointed of how weak Zeke's party is being portrayed right now. And now I did mention that how this could just be the fodder lot, and then the strong players are left to come. Fair enough, but still this week, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. So yeah. So who kills off the vampire? The X laws are on play. The X laws are on play. Now I wasn't expecting these guys so soon. I don't know when I was expecting them. Obviously, I'm on this, but I knew they were coming. And yes, I want to say good introduction, because I think the word I'm looking for is antagonists. They are antagonists because they are someone that our main character is against. He's against them essentially, and so they are antagonists. I think that's the word I'm looking for. But essentially, they are not villains themselves. We know what they're about. We know they are trying to take down Hal within their own way. And now, how they go about it is good, but like Yo said, they are willing to just kill people willy-nilly. And even if they are bad people, does killing them make you good? It's all a psychological thing with Shaman King, which I do love, because I see both sides of the point. I see both sides of the spectrum. I could be easily swayed either way. But yeah, I mean, it is something to think about. The world is not black and white. The world is not black and white. So yeah, it is something to think about. So the X-Laws hop in. They kill the vampire. Easy peasy. They introduce themselves to Yo. We get to look at their guardian ghosts. They are archangels, so they are a higher grade of spirit than like Amidamaru, Bason, Tokagero. Not sure about Trey's guardian ghost, because I think could be mistaken. I think that's a higher class spirit than the rest of our main cast's spirit, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So the X-Laws introduce themselves to tell Dio and company what they're about. And now, from what we see within this episode, we can tell. It's clear as crystal. Yo don't like them, obviously, because of the killing stuff. Like the rest of the team, Ren, Ryu, Trey, they don't show nothing. They just seem neutral. Look, they've met some new people. That they're trying to get a feel for them. They don't seem to have no opinion, in my opinion, right now. But then we have Liza, who seems to be fanboy and fangirl. Like, oh my gosh, they're so cool. It doesn't matter if they're gonna kill, house people are bad. Doesn't matter if they kill them. And obviously, I know where that's heading. But if you're the first timer with Shaman King with the 2021 version, you may not see what's to come. But yeah, that's cool. So they break. So after Yo is like I'm not liking what you guys are about. If you try to kill this football star, I'm gonna intervene. Things get a little bit heated between Yo and the X-Laws, and is it Michael? I can't remember. But the one that Yo fights, if you want to call it that, The one that Yo fights easily flexes on Yo and just breaks his sword and he's like, you know what, boy? I'm just keeping you alive because I'm feeling generous. That's the kind of flexing that the minions from Team Ziki should be doing, in my opinion. But they're not. But I think it's enough because no, but if it came from both, like both fractions, Yo should be like it would. I feel like it would give Yo and company even more determination to get stronger, realizing Yo, like, you know, if we're gonna win this thing, we need to get stronger quick because clearly we're not ready for the big dogs. Clearly, but yeah, I did feel the frustration within Yo, but the not frustration because as you see, once he loses to the X-Laws, he's like, oh, my sword broke. Oh, that's calm, we can just get that fixed. But I feel like before he actually said that, you could see the frustration, like, yo, he just flexed on me really tough. I need to get stronger, what am I gonna do, kind of thing. That's how I feel anyway. I don't know. You tell me. So overall, it was a good episode. Love the flashback. Love the introduction for the X-Laws. I feel like because it did a really good job of introducing the X-Laws as another set of antagonists for our hero, Yo, obviously. That's the main reason. Plus, like other little snippets, snippets is not the word I'm looking for. Snippets here and there. I feel like it deserves a 4-star rating. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.